A curious story that's emerged during the day. There's a new hit list for Greater Western Sydney that's been published today. It comes from the sports website Sports News First, under the byline of Kim Hagdorn, who formerly was the chief football writer for the Sunday Times in Perth. Michael Hurley is the #1 target on this list, and here are the 7 names which have never been linked before with the Giants. Hurley, Robert Warnock, Jack Darling, Andrew Gaff, Patrick Ryder, Steele Sidebottom and Ben Reid.
It's a nice list.
Most of these are not out of contract until the end of 2012, so they're in the second year of the Giants' hitting zone, if you like. And obviously the problem there is there's a couple from 3 clubs, and the Giants can only get 1 unless there's an agreement for them to take 2.
Well, we'll have to wait and see on that. It's just interesting where it was published. It is a Sports News. It's called Sports News First. It's a recently created website owned by 2 player managers. Now, the interesting thing about all of that, Jared, is that I think all of those players on that list are managed by these 2 player management.
It's a website that's owned by Corporate Sports. A subsidiary of Corporate Sports is Colin Young, runs the management side of the business, and Paul Connors, his company Connors Sports Management, has a joint venture agreement to provide content for the site. And these 7 players are all managed in those interests.
Well, there's 2 parts to this story. Now, should they be able to do that? They can actually do whatever they like, right? Compromised, well, you know, we ring up player managers all the time in our role as newspaper reporters, and you know, they don't tell you the truth. No, we can't talk about it. Some do, some don't. I don't think the public really cares if it goes on a website owned by 2 player managers. I think the public's more concerned about the players' names on the list.
There was a communication managers meeting at the AFL in the pre-season where this website was specifically raised as the practices that they are engaging in, and the question is whether the players on this website were represented in the club's interests or in the management's interest.
Yeah, it's a pretty good question.
And it has raised.
Chris Judd recently signed, who is a Paul Connors player. He recently signed as basically an ambassador for this website as well. And
there were concerns raised when this website ran a story saying that Daniel Rich was going to be in negotiations with West Coast. And
so what are you saying? Are you happy that again, it's 2 separate issues here, the website and the use of the managers and the players. What concerns you more?
You have to know what you're reading. That's what I would take from it. I spoke to Kim Hagdorn before we came on air tonight, and he was highly insulted by the insinuation that he's had privileged access. He colourfully told me that he was offended.
Colourfully?
By what I'd said.
When people say colourfully, that usually involves a lot of swear words.
He further said that he didn't know who the players' managers were until I told him who they were.
OK, well, hopefully, I know Kim. Hopefully Kim's watching tonight and he'll learn that they're all Paul Connors and Colin Young.
You've got to know what you're looking at.
Yeah, you do.